Hello, this is Stephanie, Talk Tales and Trivia. How are you this pre-holiday week? I hope everything's going well. I'm having a great pre-holiday week. Are we acting cranky or moody? Let's hope not. The holidays are coming. You know, Thanksgiving is a holiday only in the United States and Canada. So that means most of the Western world goes from celebrating Halloween right into celebrating Christmas. Interesting, isn't it? How could this be more perfect for me? Of course, we don't want to dismiss Thanksgiving, but it's difficult to not already be thinking about Christmas shopping, sending Christmas cards, decorating, and playing Christmas music, or at least wanting to. It is true that I have driven around my small neighborhood community and have seen some Christmas lights already. It seems that the decorating does get earlier and earlier every year. Doesn't it seem that way? As an example, I am having my outdoor lights put up right before Thanksgiving Day because it looks festive and beautiful. And, as you know, if you are an avid listener of Talk Tales and Trivia, which I hope you are, I wait for this season all year round. But do you know who didn't want to see Christmas come? Who was cranky and moody and was a curmudgeon? You know him, Scrooge. What a sourpuss he was. Am I right? Back in 1843, an author by the name of Charles Dickens wrote a Christmas holiday classic, A Christmas Carol, which remains popular and continues to inspire adaptations in every artistic genre. He created some of the world's best-known fictional characters. This story remains popular because of its tale of warning and enlightenment. Yes, like many of his novels, A Christmas Carol evokes images of early Victorian London and the Victorian era, which, it turns out, many people love. A Christmas Carol was the most popular of Charles Dickens' novels. It is suggested that he made many people aware of the old traditions of Christmas. The idea for the story was thought up in Dickens' mind during a trip to Manchester, England. He was appalled by the conditions of the schools and the surrounding areas, people, and destitute children. So, as he walked around these areas and streets, Dickens got inspiration and the ideas for A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol is about a bitter old miser named Ebenezer Scrooge. We all know the tale. His transformation into a gentle, kinder man after visitations by the ghost of his former business partner and the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and yet to come. If he had been more upstanding and not as greedy when he was younger, life could have been perhaps better for him. The ghosts tell him of his fate in the future and warn him about his despicable and ugly ways. Now, this is not supposed to be a ghost story or scary by any means. No, not really, but it does seem to be a little unsettling because it stirs up emotions of loss, death, and forgiveness in that order, all at one time. It has been known that A Christmas Carol has a huge impact on people of all faiths and religions because of the lessons learned, and the story brings up many of life's emotions about human existence, such as relationships, heartache, family togetherness, failure, health issues, greed, moral values, kindness, love, redemption, joy, laughter. Well, you get the point. The list goes on and on. It touches on every emotion. Yes, it is the lessons that we learn while we watch A Christmas Carol that make it a classic. Now, adaptations of this classic have been made ever since it became popular many years ago. The movie has come out many times with different actors playing Scrooge. The one that has the most impact on me is starring Alistair Sim. It was made in 1951, but I have to say that I also enjoyed the 1999 version with Patrick Stewart. That was fantastic. And the play is always in some theater somewhere around the holiday season. My tale this episode is that last year around this time, I went to a local dinner theater and enjoyed a nice meal and saw an interesting play on the lives of all the characters that were in A Christmas Carol and what had become of them 20 years later. What do you think? The play was called Scrooge and Tim. Yes, 20 years later, Tiny Tim had received the medical care and attention he needed. And so there was a nice ending. But I will always love my favorite adaptation that is in cartoon style with songs to go along with it. Yes, you know what it is. It is the 1962 version of Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol, Jim Backus from Gilligan's Island fame, doing the voiceover of Scrooge. It couldn't get much better than that. A must-see. Because, well, Mr. Magoo is adorable. Come on, admit it. It's true. There are many things we all can learn from Scrooge and A Christmas Carol. All the good qualities that Scrooge has finally attained are excellent qualities that are ideal for all of us. Yes, the qualities that make this time of year so wonderful. Love, peace, faith, forgiveness, kindness, patience, and also good cheer. We may all aspire to have these great qualities, traits, if you will, but some of us might have to, change a little. Willing to perhaps maybe change a little, and that is uncomfortable for a lot of people. What do you think? Is it possible to change? We'd love to know what you think here at Talk Tales and Trivia. Before we go, though, there is a coloring book out called A Christmas Carol. It's published by Doubleday, and it is fantastic. Check it out. There is a link to it in the show notes. That is it for Talk Tales and Trivia for this pre-holiday episode. And we will be back next week. We have the research team already doing the research on the next topic, which is fantastic. So we will see you next week, and we hope you tune in. See ya!